Hello guys, and welcome to a PvP commentary brought to you by Akinos and I guess me. This is a great fight I had with one of my longest time ESO buddies, Akinos. We've both been playing this game since it came out, and we actually started playing together a long time ago when this game first came out. And we find each other in PvP all the time, and we get together and play together every now and then. So it's a good time. You know, it's nice to play with old friends, I guess, is what we're getting at. So let's get into it. Opening up with a really quick 2-on-3 outside this resource, and so it begins. So our kind of goal here is to try to take this resource so we can hold out against the blue reinforcements, which will inevitably start to flow out of that keep. And you can see I just give a quick shout to Akinos. Let's get inside this tower. We're not in comms together, so just doing a little bit of typing in the box, so we're in the right spot for this fight. We find a blue player here. He ends up running off the edge, and so the fighting begins. So let's get right into it. There you can see Akinos goes down around the other side. I come down the back, of course, knowing that if I want to drop some damage into these guys, attacking from behind is going to be the best way to do it. The first one goes down real quick, doesn't even notice me there. I go to drop a bit of burst into this guy. I actually don't dot him up with any kind of poison injection or anything. I just go straight in for the kill with the Dawnbreaker. Akinos is going to provide some pressure there. So once those two have gone down, we decide to continue working the guards here. We do want to get this thing to flip as soon as possible. The sooner we can get it to flip, obviously, the easier it'll be to defend this location. We do have blue players showing up little bits at a time, trying to keep us from flipping this flag. As you can see, I'm kind of hanging back here. I don't want to go too far out because I know that we have to try to put as much time standing on this flag as possible in. The longer we can sit on this flag, the sooner it'll flip, and obviously we don't want to have enemy reinforcements spawning here on top of their players that are coming to help. So we get another Templar that comes in here. He goes for the rush. I do the block right before he comes at me, but I do get him with the stun, so he doesn't even land his charge on me there. This Nightblade shows up. He does a lot of roll dodging. I catch him with a quick javelin there, and then we quickly go in for the finish. Just a big old heavy attack into the execute. Akinos, of course, jabbing him away. And then we're just kind of left to continue to beat on the guards here. And just as we're finishing off this last guy here, you see a couple more DC players. Now, for some reason, their hit points are really low, like they jumped off the cliff or something. I take a meteor here. I quickly just swap right into my block. I hold the block for it. I don't have a lot of magicka, so I decide not to miss it as I have a ton of stamina. So after taking a quick meteor, I roll out of it, and then I go right into putting pressure on this guy. I dot him up first with my appropriate combo skills. As I go in for the crit rush, I take a stun from another player's frags. I sit on the ground a little bit. I should have broken it a little sooner in retrospect, but that's not so bad. So I quickly retreat back inside, heal up. A Nightblade jumps me just as I'm going for the crit rush on this guy. Thankfully, the Nightblade misses his combo on me due to the fact that I crit rushed out of it. He goes and turns his attention onto Akinos. Not really a good choice. Akinos is playing a very tanky build. He's very well-rounded Templar build, actually. He's very tanky, very hard to kill. He does quite a bit of damage, so he's playing a very well-rounded Magicka Templar spec. But in this particular fight, I am much squishier than he is, so the Nightblade focusing him definitely is what I want. Probably not what he wants. Another player shows up there, and we just quickly stun him and put him down, and we continue to sit on this flag trying to flip this bad boy. We want to get this flipped ASAP. So as you can see, another enemy player comes in here. It's a DK, a little bit tankier, I think. He manages to shuffle my first few attacks. Nice way to get shuffled. I actually held block as he went for the leap there. It's just totally by accident, so I ended up not getting stunned by his leap. And then we just quickly put him down. We're just put a little bit of damage into him to bring him down. I quickly take down the NPC there. We already have two more players coming in here. The flag just finished flipping, though, so we just have to hold out a few more seconds. There they are. The NPCs have spawned, and we see the blues start to back up a little bit. Now, this is where I decide that we should start heading into the tower, because I know that, here we go, we've already got 4 blues starting to pile up on us here, so I don't want to have too much to deal with. I don't want to be stuck out in the open. I know that the NPCs will help to a degree, but I also know that trying to hold against a much larger group will not be very fruitful if we give it that approach. So we duck into the tower. We're just doing our best to kind of stun people as they come in here. You see I get a really good stun off on that guy. Akinos goes for the Radiant Destruction and gets the finish on him as I'm pulling back up the stairs. Take taking a lot of pressure from these guys. As you guys know, Ghost is really squishy. It's a very fast build, so I'm doing my best to roll dodge as many critical attacks as I can here. This guy comes in for the crit rush. I throw a javelin at him. Kinos goes in to hit him too, and he takes quite a lot of damage. We both drop down to go in for the finish on this guy, and DC seems to have pulled out of this location pretty good here. I take a quick peek back outside. There's just 3 of them out here, but unfortunately, I do not manage to make the jump over the minefield. As you could see, I took all that damage from the minefield going out there. I take a really bad stun. A couple more players show up. I take a gank from stealth from one of them, and we decide that we need to kind of hold our ground in this tower. Going outside is not necessarily the best idea anymore. So we back up a little bit. I back up a little bit onto the second floor here. The second floor is nice. I really like these towers because it's very easy to kite a large group of players, especially on a mobile build like the one I'm playing. I do a quick javelin into heavy attack, Dawnbreaker, and drop that guy. Akinos, of course, is there for the pressure as well. And as you can see, we've managed to split these guys up just a little bit, and just that little bit of a split is enough to quickly take down 2 of their players. We put some pressure on this DK there to manage to bring him down as well. And then the last 2 DC players here start to push out of the thing. The one guy goes for his leap to knock us back. Excellent leap, kind of putting the pressure on us there. We take a gank from this Nightblade here. He hits pretty hard, so I am a little bit concerned about him. I'm going to have to keep my eyes open, make sure that he doesn't nuke me too terribly hard. The Sword comes back in. He's pounding his shields, goes in for... goes out for the bolt escapes. I try to finish him off on the way out there, but no luck. He does manage to keep his shields up. That Sork's playing very well, too. He's doing a great job of dodging a lot of my outgoing javelins and attacks, so I'm having a lot of trouble comboing that particular player down. Now we're back onto the second floor here. There's a Kinos on one side, me on the other side. I do a quick poison injection. Partial charge light attack, critical rush into that player, quickly drop that Sork. I go for the same kind of combo on this guy. I don't manage to get the crit rush off until a little later, just due to the terrain not allowing me to get the crit rush right away. But I managed to get it, go for a quick Dawnbreaker, bring that Sork down, and then we're left just to fight whoever is still here. But these guys we're killing them quick, but they're coming back real fast, and right now is kind of like the sweet spot. We're killing them about the same pace that they're returning to the fight, so we get to hold this location and still get quite a few kills. This Sork comes in all alone. I try to put a bit of damage into him, but he's just kind of like shelling up. He's just tanking on me really good there. I don't want to overstretch too far. I do know that the Nightblade is down there. I really don't want to get jumped by his very strong attack from stealth. I see the opportunity to stun this Sork with the javelin, and I take it, and bam! I had the power of the light and the poison injection on him there. I knew my power of the light was about to go off, and I drop a wicked Dawnbreaker to nuke him from 100 to 0. Absolutely brutal kill on that Sork. And then we're left to fight the rest of the guys here that have started to pile up at the door. Still trying to contain these guys. We have not let them onto the second floor yet. We're doing a great job of holding our ground. An NPC wanders up here. We just quickly bring him down. A little bit of repentance if we need for later. Of course, I am sitting at nearly maximum stam at the moment. These guys are a little bit more wary to my attack combo now. They know coming up the stairs that they are susceptible to quite a bit of burst from me if they're not careful. So you saw them holding block, keeping their shields up, but it's still not enough. Me and Akinos jump on top of this guy and just bring him down through his block. There's nothing he could really do about it. We've got a bit of a... We've got another player up here. The Nightblade shows his face, goes in for a gank on Akinos, I believe, and he actually gets away, drops a fear on us, and manages to get away. And we're just kind of left holding here. Akinos doing such a great job. I have a lot of trouble. Like, my build's not designed at all to hold a staircase, but Akinos is just that frontman presence. As long as he's standing in front of me and he's soaking up the damage, I am able to put a lot of damage into these guys, and he's just kind of soaking up all of this attention. He's doing a great job of holding his staircase, making sure that these guys focus on him and allowing me to rotate on them. So since they're getting a little coy, they decide not to push up. I do a really quick light attack crit rush combo into that. The Nightblade goes for the gank on Akinos there. He goes for a gank on me as well. Akinos saves my bacon with that healing ward, and here you see it. I actually missed the meteor that's going down on Akinos since it wasn't going for me, and I end up getting hit by the same meteor coming down. Akinos, of course, very tanky, survives the attack, and he's going to take a little while for these guys to bring down. He's going to tank him out for a bit. He tries to go for the res on me, but unfortunately, that's not going to work out. Anyhow, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Big shout out to my good friend Akinos. If you want to check out his YouTube channel, he is Rage the Berserker, and there is a link to it in the description if you guys would like to see his channel. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.